Hi, today is all about business model selection. In the morning, we listened to the keynote from Nick, who taught us all kinds of business models that we can use for startups. But then I realized there's a difference between software and hardware startups, because there's much fewer choice for us to make as a hardware startup. And then I looked up on the business model of KindleFire, which was launched right after iPad is already dominated the market, and the strategy for KindleFire is that they choose to price their hardware at a lower price, and they sell the devices to the user so that they can use the device to browse through all the goods sold on Amazon, and the device is basically sold as a platform so that users can access the wide array of goods on Amazon.com. And after thinking of business model for blogs, I kind of and after talking to Serge about what the work that he has done, we kind of finalized the business model and revenue streams. So for manufacturing, Serge has personally traveled to Taiwan to talk to the PCB manufacturers, and he has contacted HW Track, which is basically a management network of manufacturers based in Taiwan and China, and HW Track can take care of all the negotiation and management, manufacturing, and after we give them the design, they're able to give it to the manufacturers and take out the best manufacturing quality. And basically, HW Track is going to take care of everything from manufacturing to shipment in Taiwan or China, and it's going to save a lot of time. And Serge also talked to Qantas, which is one of the largest electronics manufacturer in the world. So basically, Qantas produces one third of the laptops in the world, and it is also able to produce. It is also very interested in consumer electronics and hardware startups. So I think there's a possibility for blocks to work together with HW Track and Qantas. So for sales and marketing, we came up with three strategies. The first one is to talk about our strategy, our advantage of customization. So for the market, the smartwatch is a market that don't allow for customization. You either pay too much money for features and functions that you don't actually need, or there's no room for you to upgrade, and you have to throw away your old smartwatch when a new comes to the market. And the second point is that we have decided to use price cross subsidization. So basically, we'll sell the basic unit with containing the processor and the storage unit at a lower price and charge a higher price for the auxiliary modules so that it becomes easier for the market to adopt our processing unit and the basic module so that they can start uh, buying more and more modules, and this is will also expand the reach of our product. The third thing we came up with is working with companies like Barclays Bank, because they have expressed their interest in working with us to embed their contactless payment chips in our modules. So the benefit of working with organizations like Barclays is that we can leverage on their brand name, as we are a new startup and we have limited recognition in the market. It is very good for us to work with the established companies so that the customers will find us more reliable, and hopefully this will translate into more sales. And for sales and for the revenue models, we have two sources of revenue. The first one is the sale of hardware to the customers, and the second one is the fee we collect from software developers for this hardware. As one of the features for the blogs is that our platform, our hardware and software are open to developers and engineers, so they can build the softwares for our hardware, and they can also hack the hardware to make their own personal smartwatch. So every time they sell their applications on the market for our hardware, we can collect a small amount of fee from them, license fee, so that we have a diversified revenue stream. And as the market base, as the user base increases, there will be more and more developers for our blogs, and we can expect increase in the license fee we collect from them. So that is basically the highlights of the business model, and we are still working on that to try to make it better. And that's it for today.